So I thought it'd be cool to go over some of the history of the pieces we have, because everything has a story. This nativity scene is from the late 1940s, and it is completely made out of cardboard and paper. There is a little bit of straw left on its roof, but we have protected this thing forever. And it came from Jeremy's family. It's been in the family since that time, and somehow this cardboard nativity has made it all these years. And all the figurines with it, for the most part, are original to it. They're all hand painted. And anyway, it's a really, really special piece, and we protect it greatly every year to make sure it doesn't get ruined. The next piece is this snowman that used to be my Mimi's, and as a kid it was always really cool to see it, and recently she gave it to me, and so we're really proud to have this dancing Santa here in our house. Much like the Santa, this fiber optic snowman is from my Mimi, and these things are really, really popular in the 90s, late 90s, fiber optics. And I remember as a kid sitting there watching it, thinking how cool and amazing it is. Fiber optics were something kind of new and exciting, and it still works, and we have him plugged in at our house this year, so it's really fun to have him back in my life. The next couple of things here are the village that my Aunt Mary had, and I remember as a kid having all those pieces out, and she had like a train table, and she had it set up just like a little city. And then for years and years they were in her china cabinet. Well, when she moved, she couldn't take them with her anymore because she didn't have room for them. And my cousin asked on Facebook if anybody wanted them, and I said, of course I do. And so this village that was part of my childhood is now in my home, and I'm so proud of it. And there's two more pieces that are not on this shelf. So these two little cabins, one's a fishing tackle shop and the other one's a cabin, and so these are part of the same collection. So this little guy is new, and there's not much of a story behind the nativity here other than, come on, it's ridiculous. How could you pass that up at Target? Now on the top of that are Santa and his reindeer, and this actually belonged to my grandmother on my mom's side, and so this is one of the things we got from her after she passed, and so now we have him out, and I'm really excited about him. He's just so cute. These three little houses here, Jeremy painted about 12 or 15 years ago. It was part of our first village, and the paint's held up really well, and Jeremy did such a great job. These are just white ceramic castings at the time, and anyway, they've held up really nicely, and I love them. This ceramic tree is from the 1940s, and it's been in Jeremy's family for a long time. It's a very rare tree. The top of it goes for around $500 or $600. It comes in 4 pieces, the base, and then each one of these, there's 3 levels here on it. It's beautiful. Somehow we have kept it in mint condition, and we're really proud of this tree. Speaking of trees, our Christmas tree has some ornaments that we really, really like on it. This wolf ornament here, I got this when I was probably 9 or 10 years old or so. My mom found it recently and gave it to me again. This little ornament below it is a train that goes around the tree. We actually have 2 of these exact same ones somehow, which is great because we have a backup. But these type of mechanical Christmas ornaments just aren't as popular as they used to be. We also have several eggs in our tree. These eggs are all from the Joan Rivers collection. I have 12 of them scattered throughout the tree here, and they're all hand painted, hand done. Every year she would release new ones, and we were lucky for the last couple of years before she passed we got the last several collections. We also have just fun little things like our fat birds from IKEA and our Christmas pickle. So now this is obviously not a Christmas decoration, but this candelabra, this electric candelabra, was given to me by someone at the Renaissance when I worked there years and years ago. And it's really, really heavy. It's really well made. So every year we take out the flicker bulbs and we put bubble lights in them, because who doesn't love a good bubble light? And it just adds a little bit of whimsy to the house. Now, in this glass globe is a little Christmas tree that we bought Priscilla several years ago, obviously before she passed, because buying a tree after someone's dead is kind of weird. But there's a story behind this. Jeremy and I were at a thrift store, and we found this, and she didn't have a Christmas tree when she moved into her new house because she didn't want all the hassle. So anyway, we told her, we got a Christmas tree for you, and we knew that'd stress her out. So we brought this thing in this really, really, really big box, and she had kind of even moved her end table out of the way in the living room, and she's like, okay, fine, I'll deal with the Christmas tree. Then we pulled that thing out. And she tied that bow on there, and she put some ornaments on there. It did used to have lights on it, but they stopped working several years ago. So anyway, that's from Priscilla, and we have it. And, it's just a funny story behind that. Keeping on the same theme, this little truck wreath was Priscilla. She loved the red truck with the Christmas trees, and they usually have the Christmas tree hanging in the back, but she loves the red truck. So she only had it a few years before she passed away, but it really meant a lot to her. And she got it on Amazon. Bless it, it was cheap. And the first day she had it, the first week she had it on the front door, and it was so hot it all melted off, so we had to glue it all back together. But this is certainly something we kept from her Christmas collection. So these are probably the world's oldest surviving fake poinsettias, and these came from Jeremy's Aunt Jewel. And I have no idea how old they are, but they're probably from the 60s, 70s, around that time frame. And we set them out every year. She had little decorations and stuff shoved in them. It's pretty much the same arrangement she had all those years ago. And I know they look fake, but that's just kind of the fun of it. And there's meaning behind it. So we put it out every year. It's actually one of my favorite things. Same goes for these really cool candlesticks or candle holders. They are just beautiful, and they're glass with paper inside that kind of have the poinsettia look as well. I don't think I've ever actually had a candle in them that lit, but they're certainly part of our collection, and another one of those things we really try to be careful with every year so they don't get damaged, because once again, there's something that's irreplaceable. There's nothing like that anymore. I hope you enjoyed this, learning a little bit more about some of the history of our Christmas stuff. So Merry Christmas.